All right, into the Wild they all go in search of a fourth straight win. We get you set for Edmonton and Mini live from the EST Fun Spiel at the Shamrock Curling Club right here with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas with you.
Yes.
Yes, we got it all figured out. He is back in for birthday boy.
Sorry,
Ben
that was
Thompson.
mine.
You were messing with my ear. I'm not deaf like Dusty
That was
Nielsen.
mine. I had to put it like full blast.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We're ready to go.
A little rough start there, but we're on location.
We're good to go. Yes, it's a different scenario here. Great time here at the Shamrock and the Fun Spiel. I think this is our third annual. Great turnout. Sold out. Billy Fortier, who you used to see on CTV,
yes,
was just here. He's like, Tom, do you know the park? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, what? I'm like, what park? He's like, the park you're about to knock it out of. Oh, Bill.
That was
Tom
good.
Vernon, Bruce Wiggins, great broadcasters.
Yes.
Huge thank you to everybody who came out. Everybody that's playing looks like they're having a great time. They're about to have dinner, courtesy of Drift.
Yes.
We literally
devour.
Crushed the dinner.
I still have some left. So.
You do. Yeah, the brisket was great. Mac and cheese, potato salad. So good. So wonderful event. Great job, Matthew Iwanek. And you know what? We like to have fun at EST, and we put on some good events, and we were lucky to have fantastic partners.
Yes.
Gavin and Angela, Morton, absolutely tremendous. The vibe here at Shamrock is great, and hopefully you get a sense of that as we roll through the pregame show. Edmonton and Mini, Nanso. The Oilers looking for a fourth straight win. They have their first winning streak of the season legit, and they're going to be in tough against a Wild team that is a contender. Let's just call it what it is. They're a contender.
And last time they came in, it was, I'm sure, the Wall of St. Paul. It was a shutout. So the Oilers are going to need a better start. Like we look at that Charts game, it was awful 20 minutes. 40 minutes was kind of meh for both teams.
Yeah.
And then that third period, the Oilers do what they do. They put it on, and they score with the empty net and find a way
Twice.
to overtime. Twice. But you know what's crazy? I was like, okay, I feel like they've scored so much with the goalie pull. It's only been 5 times.
This year?
Yeah.
And 2 of them in that game.
So
right.
Previously 3, which is still a lot. Like, I remember back in the day, the Oilers never used to score with the goal. So
right.
It's actually pretty crazy. But I love these games, Tom, because the Wild are a true contender. They're healthy, like Eriksson Ek's back, Matt Boldy's back. It's going to be a hell of a game, and the Oilers can't sleepwalk through the first 20 minutes, or it's over.
It's over. That's right.
Yeah.
If that happens, then it is over. Matt Kassian will be joining us shortly. He's just waiting to join.
Sorry,
all good. I do have a little bit of Oilers Wild history. Can you pass me that really quickly?
Oh, yeah.
We do have this. It is Joaquin Gage's. Oh. No, not the mittens. I don't want the mittens. That was the door prize. Here is Gager's mask from his second stint with the Oilers. Okay. Beautiful. Yes. It's reminiscent of what Cujo wore, like with the splash and the Oilers logo on top, and then he had his own little touch on it with Gage on the bottom on the chin piece. It still has the shiny copper. You know what? The face shield is a little bit. It used to be shiny copper, I believe. Now it's just faded a little bit. So he will be wearing this tomorrow at the skills competition. I look forward to getting down there and checking out Gager's performance. That's really the only reason why I'm going down tomorrow, to see Joaquin.
Yeah.
And then, the puppies are always a great part of the show as well. So Joaquin Gage is actually the goalie of record who picked up the W back on October 15th. 2000, when the Oilers faced the Wild for the first time. It was in Minnesota. The Oilers won that game 4-3. Joaquin was wearing this mask. He'll be wearing it tomorrow at the Oilers skills competition. I'm told he's on Team White.
Okay.
And so I look forward to seeing Joaquin. Just kind of tying it together. And then, of course, our game analyst, Matt Kassian, a former member of the Minnesota Wild. So it all kind of ties in together nicely here on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Of course, you can text us 780-218-9999. Hop into the nasty chat as well. Hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. We're on the march to 14,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's been a lot of fun. We're into our third year, and continues to build up and become a bigger and better station. So we couldn't do it without you, and then we're here at one of our 4 majors, the EST Fun Spiel at the Shamrock Curling Club. Of course, GCL Diesel, a big thank you to them, our presenting sponsor of the Oil Stream Pre- and Post-Game Show and providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to ejectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. So you're working on Cass. I'm going to go through the lineups.
Yeah.
The Oilers 28-19-8 this season. The Wild 31-14-10. It is game number 56 on the schedule. And for the Oilers tonight, here's what we're expecting. McDavid between Nugent-Hopkins and Hyman. Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Kapanen. Szymanski centering Savoy and Roslovic. Lazar between Janmark and Frederick on defense for the Oil. Ekholm with Bouchard. Nurse with Wallman. And then Stasny paired up with Emerson. Out for tonight, Alec Regula and Andrew Mangiapane, the healthy scratches. For the Wild, this is what we're anticipating. Ryan Hartman centering Kirill Kaprizov and Mats Zuccarello. Joel Eriksson Ek between Marcus Johansson and Matt Boldy. Danila Yurov between Yakov Trenin and Vladimir Tarasenko. And you've got Nico Sturm between Marcus Foligno and Vinny Hinostroza. On defense for the Wild tonight, Quinn Hughes with Brock Faber. Jacob Middleton with Jared Spurgeon. Damon Hunt with David Juracek. Out for the Wild, Matt Kierstead. That brings us to your starting goalies. 30-year-old Tristan Jarry getting the start. Tristan Jarry, 15-5-2 on the season, 288 GAA, 900 save percentage, 2 shutouts in 23 games this season. Jarry versus the Wild, lifetime record 5-0-1, 231 GAA, 921 save percentage in 6 games against Minnesota over the course of his career. And then at the other end of the rink, it will be the 23-year-old Jesper Wallstedt, who did have a shutout in his lone appearance versus the Oil not long ago. He is 13-5-4 on the season, 271 GAA, 914 save percentage with 4 shutouts in 22 games this season, which is absolutely incredible. Like I mentioned, 1-0 versus the Oil, 1,000 save percentage, 0.00 GAA with that shutout in the lone appearance versus Edmonton. 1-0 final in that game. That brings us to the Advantage Sport Medicine and Physiotherapy Injury Report. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists. You've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach trusted by the best in the game at Advantage Sport Medicine. Book your assessment today, www.advantagesportmed.ca, or call 780-460-9977. For the Oilers, Adam Henrique, LTIR, undisclosed. We know Connor Clattenburg is up here. He had that hand injury. He's rehabilitating that, healing up here with the big club. Of course, he hasn't been called up. Minnesota, no Jonas Brodin, IR, lower body. Zach Bogosian, IR, lower body as well. All right, jumping to the nasty chat, get into the inbox, 780-218-9999. Pat Janix, old PJ, says Tom should bring Penny to the skills competition. PJ, she wouldn't know what. You know what she would do? She'd probably pee on the ice.
Well, Gager's dog can't participate.
Yeah.
I think Boone would have won.
Boone? Well, he's a big boy.
He is. We're just waiting on Cats. Trev's helping out here with some technical difficulties. Apologies for that.
That's okay, Hernan. I mean, you let Trev figure that out. What do you think about this matchup tonight?
I think it's a monster matchup for the Edmonton Oilers. Like I said, one of the best teams in the league. They're healthy, and that's what I like. I like that the Oilers are going to face a healthy Minnesota Wild because you can see a true test here. Now, again, we're going to go back to the starts. I think that's what we're going to talk about here going forward. The Oilers can't start slow. Now, Tom, I'll ask you this. Do they kind of, when they play the Sharks and stuff, and listen, the Sharks are in the playoff spot. They're a wild card team.
Sure.
I get all that. But do you think sometimes they just kind of slow play it and we'll see what this team will bring us?
Yeah, I do. I've maintained that for many years.
Okay, but right now, tonight, this team, they cannot do that. the big one for me, right? Tristan Jarry's going to have to make some stops early on. I mean, the power play is the power play. These guys are always good when they have the man advantage, but 5-on-5, I want to see a lot more. Seen Rozovic kind of go cold here. He's got like 4 goals in 20 games since being back from injury. You're gonna need a little bit more. It can't just be the same 6 guys all the time. We've been talking about this all year. I think this is a monster test for the Edmonton Oilers, and one I think they're gonna fare well in. They know what they're going up against. They know what happened last time this team came to town. So I'm expecting a really good effort from the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a 4-game winning streak. I mean, I think everybody was like, finally, good grief. You've got an actual winning streak when they pulled it off in dramatic fashion against the San Jose Sharks.
Yeah.
So if they get off to a better start, yes, I think they'll be okay. The first goal of the game has been pretty crucial for the Oilers this season. We'll see if they can get that, but they're going to need to be on their toes early in this one. I'm going to jump into the inbox, 780-218-9999, and see what people have to say. Do you have a question of the night, or do you want to just forego that tonight? It's up to you, Nat, so I'll let you handle it.
Let's forego it here as we're working through these tech. We almost got
Cass is almost ready to go, so
I apologize to Cass. We had to send him a new link and all that. Good thing Trev's here, or else I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
Well, then you'd be calling Iwanek over, and he's kind of emceeing right now.
Yeah.
And
oh, boy.
Yeah, we've got, I mean, this table is very live. We got Joaquin here. He's going to drop by in a little bit.
Sean Bell.
Belzy's over here. Belzy's having a wonderful Saturday. We started the day at local, and Belzy's enjoying a great Saturday. He brings the vibe to the fun spiel. All right, I'm going to read a couple texts. Sean says, now that they've won 3 in a row, will they now lose 3 in a row before the break? Sean, for the sake of this damn fan base, no. Hopefully not. Mikey texting and says, let's go flashback to last year. Happy birthday, Benny. Great job, guys. Keep up the great work. Great work, EST Rules. Thank you very much, Mikey. We appreciate it. And let's see how tonight goes. We're good to go with Cass?
We are.
Oh, fantastic. Let's bring in our game analyst, Matt Kassian. 4 Game Changers, brought to you as always by Damon Bunting Real Estate. Damon Bunting has been a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He's community-driven. He understands what it takes to make a difference in our city, so check him out, DamonBunting.com, or visit his Instagram at Damon Bunting Real Estate. Cass, I know you were busy with Ringette and the girls today, but we were doing a little flashback to the past, and I was talking about October 15th, 2000, when this Warriors helmet was in action at what was then the XL Energy Center, a rink that you called home for a few years. And Joaquin walked away with, I think it was a 5-3 victory over the Minnesota Wild. That was the first time. Yes, it was, 5-3. He made 25 saves. It was the first win in Oilers history against the Wild in the first game against the Wild. You were part of a Wild team that absolutely dominated the Oilers for a large stretch of time. What are your memories of playing against Edmonton as a member of the Wild?
Well, it was when Edmonton wasn't great. I
know. I was there.
Mostly winning. Mostly kind of like how the Edmonton Oilers go into games and you're like, we're just going to win this one. And it's a scheduled win. It was a scheduled win in a lot of ways. That's kind of how you viewed it. Now, the conversations always were, hey, we can't just think this is going to be a scheduled win. We actually got to work for it, because at the time they got some good young players. Sure. Some guys that maybe if you let them have a night, will have a night. But the general thought was, hey, we show up, we play our game, they're going to lose. And most often that's what's happened. Thankfully, it's not the same Edmonton Oilers anymore. Very, very different team. Very, very much improved team from where they were.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Joaquin did say, Cass, though, that the first goal, because who scored it again? Defenseman?
I think it was Sekarash. I have the game sheet here.
He said he was screened, though, so it wasn't
sure
on
he was. Lubomir Sekarash.
Yes.
5:30 into the first period on the power play from Scott Pellerin and Marian Gaborik. Then Mike Greer would tie it shorthanded from Todd Marchant at 7:07. Maxim Sashinsky, his first of the year, from Stacey Roast and Stewart. I don't know what the first name of Stewart would have been. I'm looking here. Oh, they don't have it. Which Stewart was this?
Chris Stewart?
Cameron Stewart.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, Cass, this would have been like a decade before you got there, wouldn't it have?
Yeah. Would have been a while.
Yeah. And then, okay, I'm looking. I'm going to go through the game summary here. Yanni Nienema would score on the power play from Doug Waite and Bill Guerin at 3:22 of the second. Maxim Sushinsky, second of the night, unassisted at 3:46. That Sushinsky had Gager's number. Then Ryan Smith, the third of the season on the power play from Tom Poti and Yanni Nienema to tie it at 3 at 8:53. Dougie Waite gave the Oilers the lead. They wouldn't look back. His second of the year from Ryan Smith and Billy Guerin at 16:33. And then to cap it all off, just a $1.29 into the third. Daniel Cleary, second of the year from Mikel Reason, or was it Michel Reason? Who's French, from
the
Switzerland.
Swiss Miss.
Yeah, and Brian Swanson picking up an assist as well. 5-3 win.
That was the out of training camp, Tom. That was the second line for the Oilers.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Swanson, Cleary, and the Swiss Miss. They lasted they gave them about a month, and then nothing happened, so they were split, I guess.
Yeah. Oh boy, there's Joaquin's getting settled up. He's gonna be, he's having a great time. Anyway, Cass, let's dive into Game Changers. Sorry about that. Well, we were going through the game summary from the first ever game between the Oilers and the Wild. Edmonton 4-6 in the last 10 against Minnesota. So let's dive into it. Number one tonight on Game Changers, Double Danger. Cass.
Yeah, double danger. Last time the Edmonton Oilers saw the Minnesota Wild, there was no Quinn Hughes, but it is Quinn Hughes here today. And it is Kirill Kaprizov today, and the old double threat for the Minnesota Wild that they haven't really ever had. Like, you could go back to maybe Brent Burns from a defenseman standpoint, but back then he was mostly playing forward before they traded him. Now some defense, some forward. Didn't really know where he was playing all the time. But they haven't had this kind of dual threat really since ever for the Minnesota Wild, where you have a top game-changing potential forward. Now, you could say Gaborik in his prime was, yes, didn't have much support, but he was. But you have a top game-changing forward in Kirill Kaprizov. You have a top game-changing defenseman, one of the best in the world in Quinn Hughes. And you have some supporting cast, too, for the Minnesota Wild. So this isn't just the singular good-on-defense type of team that we have seen in years past from the Wild. Now, have they maintained some of that identity? Yes, that's part of the culture in Minnesota, is to play that good defensive hockey. You just can't get it out of their system. It is impossible for them not to play defensively solid or to have a desire to play solid defense. They just continue to do it, led by Little Spurge, as we used to call him, in Jared Spurgeon, as opposed to Big Spurge, who's also quite little, in his bigger brother, Tyler Spurgeon, who is just older and a little bit taller. So, Big Spurge, Little Spurge. But they actually have some complementary players as well. Matt Boldy having a great year and fantastic. And so you have the double threat of Kaprizov and Hughes. This isn't the team, Minnesota Wild, that we've seen in the past. And Tommy, this is one of the better teams in the league. And it's one of the teams in the West. No, there's a couple, but one of the teams in the West that realistically, it's like if the Minnesota Wild ended up, I don't know, like if they ended up winning the Stanley Cup, you kind of look at them and go like, yeah, I could see it. And the reason you can is because you got Kaprizov, you got Boldy, so you have a 1-2 punch up front. So you have the two game-changing forwards. You have Quinn Hughes on the back end, and you have good goaltending. So much so that they're debating, right now, do we trade Wallstedt?
That's crazy.
Which is crazy that's the conversation right now for this team. So, they have other players that are finding ways to chip in. They have some good depth players as well that help the team out. So this is just again, it's a Minnesota team that can play both defense and offense, and they do both very well. Quinn Hughes changes the way they are able to play offense, and they still have that just steady, dependable mindset of playing D. So, Tommy, it's a dual threat team. All of a sudden, not the same boring trap Jacques Lemaire Minnesota Wild of the past.
So boring. Such a boring team to watch. Back in the day, the Wild now tied for second in the NHL with Tampa, Carolina, and 1 point up on the Stars. Of course, the Avalanche leading the way at 81 points. Tampa, Carolina, and Mini all at 72. Dallas at 70. Look at the Detroit Red Wings, you guys. 70 points on the year. Todd McClellan has that team humming along nicely. Are you surprised, Nanso?
A little bit, but I mean, they've been that team what we've been expecting to take that jump. We thought it was going to be last year. Yeah, I mean, probably.
I didn't think like that.
You didn't either? Yeah. I didn't either think that would happen, Cass.
Not be that kind of team right now.
Yeah.
Like, I still expected them to fight for a wild card spot, but you're right, Tom. Like, maybe they're a little bit ahead of it.
Good on them, man.
Yeah.
And they're doing it with the all-time leading scorer that is from the U.S. and Patrick Kane, who just passed Mike Modano recently. Great on him to do that. That's an incredible accomplishment. First ballot Hall of Famer for sure. All right, let's go to point number 2 here on Game Changers with Matt Kassian. Lock it freaking down. And Cass, I'm going to add this in. Lock it down.
I mean, do I have to add anything to this? Do I have to add anything to this?
Right.
Yeah, you find a way to pull out that win against the San Jose Sharks, but giving up those 3 goals was ugly. And it's been a month really, or a couple of weeks anyways, maybe not a month, but a couple of weeks of the Edmonton Oilers just being on this struggle bus from a defensive standpoint, like not closing lanes, turning over pucks, not getting back, not finding guys. Like it's been just a horrible little stretch. And guys, the Minnesota Wild are a lot better than the San Jose Sharks. I know San Jose's kind of teasing with a wild card or playoff position. And yes, I get exciting young players are there. Minnesota Wild are well beyond that. And a team that is playing very, very well. And Minnesota doesn't let them back in that game. If you have the start you had against San Jose, you're not back in that game. It's done. It's over. It's finished. So like just let's not have a 5-goal against game. Like let's just not do it. Minnesota's really good 5-on-5. They don't give up a ton of chances against. Let's do the same. Not that we want to try to conform to the way the Minnesota Wild play hockey, but just lock it down a little bit because you haven't so far, and it's frustrating to watch.
I was going to say, I sense some frustration in your voice right now, Cass.
Cass, can I ask you, though, because Gager and I were talking about it after that San Jose game, and fans get up in arms about the slow starts and playing only 20 minutes and finding a way to win games. Like, do we just have to accept the fact that this is the team this year that – listen, they might lose some. They might lose some tonight, Cass, if they play a bad 40 minutes, sure, because it's a better team. But this team is, like many are saying, is never out of it, right? So do we just have to accept that sometimes the Oilers are going to play 20 minutes and they're going to be right in this game?
Do we have to accept it?
You don't want to.
No, I don't want to accept it, so I'm not going to. Do you have to? I think you have to accept that there will be nights that happens, right? You have to accept that on occasion it can happen, given the makeup of the team. But I refuse to accept that should happen like 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row. Like because we've seen them play, and the reason I say that is because we've seen them not do that. Like we've seen them play full 60 minutes. We've seen them play well out of the gate. Now, yes, historically, the last number of years, the core of this team, there's sometimes they work their ways into games and they have the ability to get back in. We all know that. That's great. But I can't, Hernan, I can't. I understand where they're like, it's a good question. It's a great question. But I don't know. I feel like accepting that, I just can't. I can't accept it.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I don't accept it either. I'm just, because all week during all the EST shows, everybody was saying, well, it's the Oilers. Like, that's what they do. And they're currently tied for first, right? So it's
yeah, that is true.
I
don't like that recipe, but you're right. So do we have to accept it? No, but it is what it is. This one from Dan via the nasty chat. 3 words for the Oil: start on time. Yeah, absolutely. All right, it is Game Changers, brought to you by Damon Bunting Real Estate. Game Changers with Matt Kassian. Number 1, double danger. Number 2, lock it down. Number 3, Cass, bury your chances.
Yeah, you're not going to get as many of them as you'd like. And that goes hand in hand with the locking it down and playing better defense. Is Minnesota doesn't give up a lot of chances. They play very well around their own net. They have stable, very good goaltending, and they have a really good defenseman core. They do. Now, it's not a core that's going to necessarily just like run you over. You know, they do have some guys that have a little bit of size, but it's not like it's an ultra aggressive D. It's an extremely mobile defensive group that skates incredibly well. Now, I mean, you just look at between Quinn Hughes on your first pair and Jared Spurgeon typically on your second pair, sometimes on your first, but between those two guys, like, it's highly mobile, highly evasive, good around the net, pick pucks out, pull them out, and they're just clean. It's a clean group on the back end, and that's without Jonas Brodin, who's banged up, right? Who would make that defensive core even better? Who's I would say a grossly underrated player in this league. You're not going to get a ton of chances. You most likely are not. Like whether it's on the power play or 5-on-5, but particularly 5-on-5, they don't give up very much. This can't be the type of night where you are gifted with an empty net and you miss it. This can't be the type of night where you're gifted with a clean look to shoot the puck at the net and you're looking for that extra pass. Like that cannot be your game today. It really does have to be if the opportunity is there, take it type of night. Like put the puck at the net because you're not going to get a ton of looks. You are just not. The Minnesota Wild defend very, very well. It's one of the reasons they're one of the best in the league right now. You get a chance, put it in the back of the net.
Couple of texts have.
I don't know why I'm getting that frustrated. Me too, just talking about it. I don't know why I shouldn't have frustrated me.
I can see it when I look at the screen.
I mean, it's just yelling at kids all day. It's kind of a continuation of that. Just screaming at the kids to take the ring to the net to shoot. Pent up
ringette frustration. I didn't know this was a thing. Evidently, it is.
Yeah, just imagine if they lose tonight by like a blowout.
Oh boy.
Well,
if they lost by one and we saw like 3 or 4 chances, like where they had good looks and they just passed it up, I will be very spicy. Yeah. If they lose by like 1 and it's like a tight game, they had some chance, like, and it was good. Okay, I'll deal with it. But if they lose and it's like they passed up stuff over and over again, I'll be choked.
Eden says, "Hey guys, how many goals will the Oils surrender before they start playing tonight?" I say 2. Cass, I mean, you talked about the start. Do they need a wake-up call via a couple goals against, or can they actually get their butts in gear early?
They can. I want to say this is what I'm hopeful for. I don't know if it's going to happen. This is what I'm hopeful for. I'm hopeful it's 0. And the reason I'm hopeful it's 0 is it's been so many games in a row. And this is like, you know, and I don't ever recommend people go to the casino. There's a reason they exist. It's
use
for them
your game
to make
sense.
money, not for you to make money.
Yeah.
Use your game sense.
Yeah.
But like, if you're playing roulette, this is, you know, black has hit 10, 15 times in a row. And you're like, all right, sooner or later you got to hit a red. Like that's where my feeling is. I'm like, they've been so loose defensively for like 6, 7, 8 games in a row without like a good defensive game that I'm like, all right, we're due for one. And I know that statistically and mathematically and all that, like that's not how it works. I get that. But there's a part of me that just kind of feels it where I'm just like, they're due to have a good defensive game. So I'm going to say they spot them 0 and they actually come out and play really well. I think they're up to the challenge of playing a really good team. And I think that's going to be what pulls them out is the fear of, hey, we're playing a really good team. If we don't start, we're going to be up the creek here and absolutely toast. So I think it's 0. I hope it's 0.
Cass, can I ask you, because I asked Joaquin, and because a lot of the topic this week is Knobloch's taking a lot of heat for his coaching, which, sure, I get some frustration in certain parts of the way he handles the lineup, but I want to ask you, like, for a team to start on time, because the San Jose game was ridiculous. It was 2 turnovers in the first shift, and it was in the back of the net.
Awful.
To me, that's not, like, at least to me, that's not coaching. Do you agree with that?
Well, this has been a problem that's gone on well before Knobloch was coaching here.
Yeah, good point.
Every single coach has had this problem with McDavid and Draisaitl in the McDavid and Draisaitl era, like post McDavid draft. Every single coach has had this problem at one time or another. So I don't think it's coaching. I don't think it's coaching. Like, and you can't as a coach. And I understand where and I understand where people feel that he's, at least from what we see, right? Because what we see is going to be different than what actually happens in the room. Mm-hmm. But from what we see, that he's a very, soft-spoken, gentle coach, for lack of a better term.
That's very nice of you.
Well, like it's a softer spoken approach.
Yeah.
A softer spoken approach. But we don't know how he is in the room, and you can't expect him to go in there and yell every night and scream before the games. Like, that's not going to function or work either. So I don't think that's a coaching issue. Like, at this point, anyways, I don't think it is.
Cass, I know you were on the ice coaching Ringette today. They miss you here on this ice. People talking at VR Montenegro's talking about the brisket. He's got 3 drool emojis. Joaquin's eating it right now with mac and cheese, a little bit of cornbread, some salad.
Brutal.
Yeah.
They even cornbread too.
Yeah, and you would have loved it. You know what? We miss you here, but you got your girls. You're coaching them. You're committed to them. You're committed to the pre- and post-game show. But, buddy, we're thinking about you as we gorge on delicious drift food truck dinner. So, great stuff.
Their stuff is so good. Their stuff is so good. So you enjoy it. Enjoy it.
In your honor.
Yep.
Okay, Cass. Great stuff as always. We'll catch up with you on the post-game show.
Sounds good, boys.
There you go. There's our game analyst, Matt Kassian, with Game Changers, brought to you by our good friend Damon Bunting, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Go check him out, damonbunting.com, or visit his Instagram at Damon Bunting Real Estate if you're looking to buy or sell your home. Big thank you to Gavin and his wife Angela here at the Shamrock Curling Club, where we're having our 3rd annual EST Fun Spiel. And, oh boy, I'm reading this from Gavin. That's trouble. Gavin is good friends with Jared and the boys at Modern Measure. All good people. Too many good people is such a good thing, which is not a problem. It's a great thing to deal with is how I would describe it. Of course, you can text us 780-218-9999. Hop into the nasty chat as well if you're watching on YouTube. If you have any questions or some thoughts going into the game, we want to hear from you. We're getting spammed.
Yes, it's been dealt with.
It's been dealt with. All right.
Yeah.
So we're doing this differently. That's the other thing, too. I'll just point this out. Like, it's been a smooth show.
Well,
We're producing it. We're trying something different. That's the thing. We're evolving here at EST. Yeah. Usually we have somebody back at EST Global HQ. We tried to, and we're working on bringing HQ on the road and making it mobile. So Nanso is filling in for Benny, whose birthday it is. Happy birthday, Ben Thompson.
Be safe.
Be safe. Have fun. He's going to be bouncing around White Avenue today. He was here earlier.
If you see him, buy him a drink and tell him to mix in a water.
Mix in a water, for the love of God, for all of us.
And Tommy, thank you for that. And I haven't produced in a while. So
and not remotely like this.
And for everybody on iHeart and iTunes, the situation has been dealt with. Matty Wanek said, hey, that was an issue that we had to deal with before. We just missed it. So it should be, if you're listening in your car or just set. Working out. So we're good to go.
Anything.
I know. But he's just... You want to be humble, right?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get Joaquin Gage. He's gonna join us in a bit. He's gonna finish up his meal. He's in the skills competition tomorrow, which is excellent. He has the mask here. Benny Thompson brought it from the studio. If you've ever been to the EST studios, especially our new one, our new setup is fantastic. In the reception area, you'll see the paintings of Lieutenant Eric and Dusty. You'll see the first news article about EST up there. That was from Jack and Ken over at Pro-Am that made that. You'll see the big sign from William Huff. And then you'll see Joaquin's mask that he wore the first time the Oilers faced the Wild and won in Minnesota. And then he's going to be wearing it tomorrow.
Cheer on our boy.
Yeah, I'm going to be popping into the arena tomorrow to see Joaquin, and that's the draw for me. Okay, we're going to get to our game day odds check before we bring Gager in. Of course, it's brought to you by Play Alberta, presenting sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk. When you play in Alberta, it stays in Alberta, safe and secure. The revenue generated from Play Alberta is redirected into Alberta's General Revenue Fund, which is used to support programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. Right before the start of the show, I went check Play Alberta. I don't know how much the line would have moved in that short time, But Edmonton was at minus 125. Mini at plus 107. The over-under set at 6.5. It was at minus 135. The under at plus 102. If you're in the mood to put a little sprinkle on the game tonight.
Would you bet the over on that?
No.
No, either would I.
No, I think that number with the under is good.
It's good number,
I'd jump on that. Unless, like, over at Play Alberta, they're like, oh, no, the Oilers can't defend, and they can score a lot.
Yeah.
And but the last time these two teams played, 1-0, and that was here in Edmonton. Now, the first game, this is the third game between these two teams. The first game, I'm just looking through the game notes here, I think that was 5-2, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. It was 5-2 in Mini, December 20th, and Calvin Pickard was in goal for that one. Ryan Hartman with the winner. And then December 2nd was the Wallstedt shutout, 1-0, and Skinner was in net for the Oil. Jonas Brodin had the lone goal. I believe that was off a face-off, that goal. It was kind of like a harmless point shot, but it was a screen. And, Gager, what's the term? When a guy, like, the flash screen, is that what you call it? Pretty much. Flyby, that's what he calls it. Are you ready, or do you need to eat still? You're good to go. All right, we're going to bring in Joaquin Gage as we wrapped up our game day odds check. Here he is. He's coming in here. Gager, that's for you.
He's coming in hot.
He's coming in hot. All right, here he is, the one and only Joaquin Gage on EST Afternoons.
Tighten this up, Hernan. Jesus.
Oh, we'll get it here. We'll go like this.
Sorry, man.
There we go.
I'll put my arm around you, buddy.
Why not?
All right. Joaquin Gage joining us from EST Afternoons. You're going to see him tomorrow at the Skills Comp. I started off the show showing your old lid off. I'm glad you're wearing it tomorrow, bringing this bad boy out. It's going to be cool. Let's talk about the Skills Comp tomorrow. Because now
what's the nervous level at?
I offered you some shots at Friday Skate, and you're like, Tommy, I don't need any shots. You don't need those muffins.
I think I referred to it. I've got 10,000 hours, Tommy. I should be okay.
You're a pro.
At this point of my life, I think it's, 627 months old I am right now.
Oh, yeah, this was a big debate.
So you only get one shot at this, right? Like, so if I were to come out with you, that would have been it. And so I'm saving myself.
I see.
Is it like a pilot with flying hours? Like you know what you're doing out there. It's not like anything.
Well, the brain does. The body doesn't always follow at this point.
Now, is this a Cessna pilot or a Top Gun fighter pilot here? What are we talking about?
Probably an F-47.
An F-47. Okay, sick.
I want to ask you a question. Okay, you're going to be facing the Edmonton Oilers of now. Who scares you the most outside of the two top dogs? Because
to tell you the truth, it's not the top dogs. You see them all the time.
Yeah.
It's the guys you never see. That's the problem. I mean, whatever. What are we talking about here?
How pissed will you be if Bouchard takes a slapper from like?
If he does, I will.
This thing, if it took. Would this be able to survive
a
Bouchard?
stop a bullet.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, Bouchard might be able to dent it or something, but, I'm mostly there, I think, to get guys out of slumps. So that's my job. I mean, I've been an Oiler in the past. Hopefully I can provide something for these guys that maybe are not having the seasons that they want, to maybe kickstart them a little bit. I'm basically like Kickstarter.
A true team player. I was also talking about how this was the mask you wore the first time Edmonton faced Minnesota. XL Energy Center, October 15th, 2000. You got the win in that game, 5-3. Maxim Sashinsky buried 2 on you, and then the other one was Lubomir Sekarash.
Yeah,
what
two
happened?
guys you'll never hear about anymore. Like, they have joined the millions and millions of others to be in the exclusive club of scoring on Joaquin Gage. And then they thought, you know what? I've done it. I've reached the pinnacle and went back to Eastern Europe.
Shishinsky, I was telling you off there.
I'm like, how do you remember this guy?
Because he came in with another high-end European, I can't remember who, and he was really good.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't like it in
North America. Well, to score on me, yeah,
of course. He didn't like it in North America, and he just went back to Russia after 1 year.
That's crazy.
I think...
do you remember that game?
A little bit.
Okay.
I remember the arena was gorgeous. And it was weird because there was a transitional phase of some of the older rinks becoming new rinks.
Yep.
And the visiting facilities were like so luxurious. Because usually you'd go into a visiting barn and you'd be like we are now, shoulder to shoulder, trying to get your stuff on. It was so much more comfortable. Like the visiting room in Minneapolis is huge. It was bigger than our actual dressing room back at Rexall. So it was kind of nice going on the road in certain cases, and there was places for the training staff, coach's room. I was in awe. But the thing about Minnesota, playing in Minnesota, it was the most like playing in Canada than any other place at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think just because the history of hockey in Minnesota, like they got the Minnesota Duluth, the Gophers, and like they're quite knowledgeable.
Yes.
So when you go to a lot of markets in the U.S. and they would boo at an offside, like you don't usually get that. And they didn't boo in Minnesota. I was like, oh, they know what they're talking about.
They know what's going on.
Yeah.
It is the state of hockey for a reason. So, all right, Joaquin Gage joining us here on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Oilers and Wild, third and final meeting this season. We're talking a lot about goaltending. You're a former NHLer, and Jesper Wallstedt got the better of the Oilers. We're going to see him again tonight going up against Tristan Jarry. What's it going to take to crack him? Because he was on just like an all-time epic run when he took on Edmonton and took advantage of the Oilers at that time as well.
You know, Nanzo and I were talking. I liked Askarof's game in the last game. He looks like whenever a guy comes down and shoots the puck and you still stand up and just move your hand, like that seems, although he didn't control the rebounds that well, it just seemed like a guy that had it under control. Wallstedt played great last time here, but if you watch the first two periods, the Oilers, a little bit of overpassing, not taking the eyes away from the goaltender, then you go to the third period, all of a sudden you're getting traffic. You're getting second chance opportunities. That's what you have to do against a goaltender like that. Like if he can see it, he's probably going to stop it. And if you don't have that extra layer of pressure coming from different angles once the shot's coming, then goalies have to worry about rebound control and where they're going to put it. So in the case of the first meeting with Wallstedt, he didn't have to worry about it. It was like a practice for him. And I'm not saying, like, he made some great saves and all, but he didn't really have to worry about second chance opportunities.
What's the belly button term you use for when you talk about
belly button to puck, right? Like, the eyes go first, but then you're bringing the rest of the package. And if you can get belly button to puck when that guy's taking the shot, what is he, 6'4"? Like you're taking up a lot of the net. So that's what you want. You don't want to be reaching as a goaltender, right? Maybe just subtle movements. Mm-hmm. Once you reach, that it gets a little bit more challenging to stop that second shot and control the rebound.
Yeah, it's Tom Gazzola, Joaquin Gage, Hernan, Salas here on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Joaquin, I asked Cass, and we talked about it a bit this week. Will you be concerned if the Oilers start slow again tonight? Or is it just something that we have to, kind of like we've embraced Bush, the chaos that is Evan Bouchard? Is just the way the season's going for the Edmonton Oilers that a slow start shouldn't surprise you?
Didn't we just talk about this, you and I?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
Well, maybe somebody missed it.
Maybe someone missed it. Well, 1 to 3 after EST afternoons. We talk about this all the time.
Shameless plug.
So it's concerning, but I'm kind of, if you can hear him in the background, I'm in the Matawanek camp. I think these guys are kind of bored. They need extra motivation at this point to ignite the fire to get back into games, which is it's not sustainable by any means.
Yeah.
I do think they'll start a little bit better against the Minnesota Wild because let's face it, the top 3 teams in the Central Division right now are considered the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is. I mean, the Oilers have gone to the Stanley Cup Finals over the past 2 years, but this is kind of a measuring stick game, and you do not want to have another performance where you don't put up at least a goal against a team that came in and had that type of performance. And you have the matchups. You have the Bouchard, you have the Quinn Hughes, you have the Kirill Kaprizov, you have the Connor McDavid, you have the Matt Boldy, you have the Draisaitl. So there's the internal battles of this game, which makes it awesome that it's on at 8 o'clock at night with a puck drop at 8:45 on a Saturday night.
I really hope not. I really, really hope not. A lot of people saying, turn Awanik down. He's doing a great job emceeing the fun spiel. I love how people are catching on to that. We're enjoying the Drift Food Truck catered meal here at the Shamrock Curling Club. It's been so good. Big thank you to Gavin and Angela for hosting this with us again, and to our Nasties who came out. Sold out really, really quickly. A lot of fun, and the vibes are high. You got Gazzola, Gage, and Salas with you in the last 7 or 8 minutes here of the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Sean texts in, says, I don't know if Gager's head will fit in this mask.
Oh, it fit my head. Trust me, it'll fit Gager.
Well, Sean said maybe Tom or Hernan's hair products can grease it up for Gager. Yeah,
I'll shave the beard. I'll get it down a little bit. Maybe take some diuretics. I'll get in there.
I'll ask you two guys. You guys were in the final for the sexiest man at EST. Eventually losing to Reed Wilkins. What does that mean to you guys?
The right winner, in my opinion. I mean, have you seen that man vacuum?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, great ankles.
And at 627 months, just to be considered at this point, is an honor.
Do the math, Nasties. Do the math.
Well, okay, that was a Sean Bell conversation. Bellsy's just holding court here, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look at him. Look, he's got the wings out. He's got his arms around 2 chairs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard for him, but, I mean, yeah, he's beloved. It's great.
He is.
I think he's like he's showing YouTube Trev who's the boss right now. So it's absolutely
a lot of information coming from Bell.
Lots of information as we continue on here at the Shamrock. All right. Hey, I know we're going to have some shows. Next week we're going to be back on the air. You guys are going to be doing it from 1 to 3. But this upcoming Olympic break, do you think this gets in guys' minds? Because 3 games out here.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
The only people that might be thinking about it is maybe Bouchard and Hyman, right? Are they going to get a call?
Oh.
That's the only thing that I would think.
Is that a good or bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Guys? Yeah?
Yeah, it means one less margarita on the beach, right? I mean, it's not going to make that much of a difference at that point, but I don't know. That's the only thing. The other guys are probably, it's just like Christmas time. Are my flights in order? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Is everything taken care of? But they're a veteran team. They should be able to just take care of business, get a nice 2-week kind of reset, which I think this team actually needs at this point.
Yeah.
If you look around the league, what team does this benefit more than the Edmonton Oilers at this point? I think they're right at the top.
Only, 3 guys going? Well, I'm including Szymanski, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I think we talked about this as well, Gager. It's a benefit for the Oilers. Because everybody was talking about Matthias Ekholm getting snubbed by Team Sweden, especially with some replacements, this last week. Mm-hmm. But I think for a guy like Matthias Ekholm, he needs the rest. And
I agree. I mean, did you see the way he was skating? I thought when he was trying to hit his stride, it looked like he was laboring a little bit, whatever's hampering him.
Yeah. No, he looked good in his hat trick game, but yeah, I think for some of the older guys and even some of the younger guys, and maybe even some of the guys that we've talked about at length that aren't having the types of seasons that they would really want to have. Maybe this is kind of a reset for them too, right?
Trent Frederick, hello.
Trent Frederick. Have some mezcals in Mexico.
That resets me.
Well said. Raider Jesse, who is right there, texting in saying, Tommy, quit hating on Bouchard. I'm sure you're doing it right now, Raider Jesse. I am not.
You're just honest.
I'm just sharing my thoughts, and, that's all I can do.
Nothing gets Tommy more fired up.
No, it does. I don't get upset. No. All right. Gager, wishing you nothing but good luck tomorrow. Don't pull a groin.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm looking forward to seeing you suiting up back in Oilers silks again against the young crop. That's going to be so neat.
We'll crowbar myself into that old gear, and we'll try to mix in a few saves. Maybe a couple kick saves.
Oh,
and we'll have a full breakdown on EST afternoons.
Oh, my
gosh.
gosh.
Some video from Tom Gazzola. Because the video you took of Bellsy was amazing.
And if I'm taking video of Bellsy in action in that Shoresy game, I got to get video of you in action in the...
I used to work with the Oilers Plus crew, and I'll see if I can get some unique
good
footage.
viz?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Buddy, thank you for doing this. Good luck tomorrow. Really appreciate it. Have
boys.
fun. There you go. There's Joaquin Gage helping us get you set for the Oilers and the Minnesota Wild. No to Big Uke's question. No Prairie Fire shot. Tommy has to go to the game. Reed Wilkins is on his way. And we'll be doing the post-game show from the satellite studios. Who's producing post-game? You are? Coop is. Coop, you're going to be back at HQ?
No, here.
Or are you doing it here? Oh, man, we're putting in a long one here tonight, aren't we?
Thank goodness it's Coop.
Oh, boy. You give him a water, Big Uke. I'm putting in I was a split shift. I didn't say I'm on the air. Yeah, thank you, Matthew. This is what happens.
Just yelled at Big Uke.
This is what happens when we have one of our majors. You see it at the golf tournament. You see it when we're here at the Shamrock for the fun spiel. Estes a little more classy, a little more proper in the etiquette. So when Reed and Jay are doing their show at the Garneau Theater, it's a little bit subdued, and then actually Awanik and Jay did a great job holding court at the Nasty Bash. So I think this is right in line with like the feel of the fun spiel. And I think we managed to get through it okay. Final thoughts from you. We have a couple minutes left, Joe.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by the Oilers' start tonight.
Okay.
I really am. I'm looking at that. I want to see if they can get to Jesper Wallstedt. It has to be said, we had Jesse Pierce on yesterday. He has fallen off a bit.
Yes.
Gustafson's kind of taken over the legit number one status there in Minnesota. I'm intrigued by that. So I love these games.
Wallstedt had a tough year last year in the AHL.
He did.
He had some rough moments.
Yes, he did. And Jesse said he really struggled with it.
Yeah.
He mentally he wasn't there.
He had to reset, right?
Yeah. So I'm intrigued by the start, and I'm intrigued by if they can get, and Joaquin made the best point, and Cass made it as well. You got to get bodies to the net on this guy.
Yeah.
You just can't let him see it freely. So very, very excited for this game. It'll kick off about probably 12 after.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if Tristan Jarry can tap into the good juju that's in this mask that got the win on October 15th, 2000 when the Oilers and Wild first met, Joaquin Gage making 25 saves on 28 shots and walking away with a 5-3 victory against the Wild, I think people would be pretty happy on this Saturday night. So I'm holding the mask. It feels good. It's going to be back in action for the first time in decades tomorrow at Rogers Place at the Oilers Skills Competition. I think it's sold out. I think there's going to be a ton of kids there. It's going to be fantastic. Say hi if you see me. I'm going to go check out Gager's performance and hopefully capture some video of it. This is going to be a wild and fun night here at the Shamrock Curling Club as the fun spiel continues. I know that the semifinals and the finals are coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to be here all night. I'm heading to the rink. I'll be on location at the satellite studios. Coob will be doing the producing post-game. Good job. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
Just feels good, doesn't it?
Thank you for having me. I love it.
I love it, too.
Tommy, I always tell you, when I work with you, it's
just natural.
Natural, man. Love it.
I'm not wrecking this hair. I'm not putting it on. Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. Big Uke and the rest of the Nasties are going to have a great night here. I didn't win anything. That's going to do it for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show from the Shamrock Curling Club at the EST Fun Spiel for Joaquin Gage, Matt Kassian, and the Latino Heat, Hernan Salas. I'm Tom Gazzola saying, enjoy the Oilers in the Wild. We'll see you on the postgame show.